Hello dear children, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and doing well. Yes dear children, so today we are going to discuss the especially MCQ questions of competency based questions. So especially this year only in ICSE council, CISE council introduced such a questions and many students are getting tensed. But children, don't worry, entire question paper is not going to be with competency based question, just even 5%, if I'm not wrong, just 5%. So just by thinking about only 5%, don't leave about the 95%. Don't worry. And many students are asking me, sir, can you please suggest any book so that I should do the competence based question. Children, there is no such a book, especially if it is there also, don't believe. Just believe the textbook, believe the content, prepare the content. Concepts are important. If you are okay with the concepts, follow the textbook, then you are able to do the competence based question, because competence based question they are not bringing from any sky or from other planet, right? They will make the competency based question based on textbook only, but little bit depth will be there. So you are able to do such a depth questions if you have the command and the concepts, that's it. So don't worry about it. So here, as the council is uploaded competency based questions, so from that today we are going to do the MCQ question in this part. In the next part we'll be discussing about the theory questions. Yeah, before going to start, children, it's my humble request. Of course, some of you might be knowing that recently we have started a new YouTube channel. Yes, name is shown on the screen and even link also given in the description. It is strictly or exclusively for 11th 12th classes for a JEE and a NEET. So just we uploaded 5 to 6 videos, and it's been 3 months since we didn't upload any video in our present channel and our new channel also, due to a bit busy and online sessions and all these things. Yes, again we are back to the recordings. Yes, we'll be uploading the videos in our Physics Plaza this channel and our new YouTube channel also. So please be with us, and it's as I told you that, yes, in the description the link is given. Just kindly subscribe our new channel. Now without doing delay, let us start the MC. I repeat once, today we are going to solve only MCQ questions. So session might be a bit lengthy because it's going to be at least 1 hour, because just I am not going to read just options, children. If I can read just a question option, I can finish in 10 to 15 minutes only. But our intention is like that. It's not like that. So in our channel, of course, videos might be lengthy, but in detail explanation will be there, so that if any student will go through this question, yes, they should get the command, they should get the concept, so that they should get the confidence to do any kind of question which is given in the board exam. So just keep that in your mind. Be ready with your pen and a notebook so that you can note down the explanation. It is not just a children option. Please don't just note down the option. You need to note down the explanation part so that you are able to do other questions also. Okay, now let us start without doing delay. Let us see the first question, dear children. In the first question, they are talking about the difference, means I minus R. But dear children, how many of you know that the difference between angle of incidence and angle of refraction gives you the angle of deviation? So they are talking about the angle of deviation here. Children, we know very well that here angle of deviation is inversely proportional to the wavelength. So more the wavelength, less the deviation. Less the wavelength, more the deviation. For a blue color, as wavelength is less, so lambda is more for this. Hence, option C is right for a blue color, right? Option C is right. In the second question, children, yes, we know this very well, right? This is a refraction through a glass prism, dear children. So first look at here. For this angle of incidence, this is the angle of deviation. Okay, is it clear? Let us say that it is for example, let's say 20 degrees. For this, for suppose it is some 19 or 18 degrees. Just example, not exactly example I'm taking. Okay, this light is going like this. Okay, we got actually. Now let us, children, let us try to retrace its path. How it's possible? Here you can keep one plane mirror perpendicular to its path. Then obviously light path is retraced. Light retraces its path. So it is noticed that the path along which it was coming, the same path it will go now. So a path is retraced. So here principle of reversibility is valid. Principle of reversibility is valid. Now in a second case, dear children, this is going to be angle of incidence and this will become angle of emergence. Try to understand. Okay, now before angle of incidence is 20 degrees. For this angle of deviation is, let us say, 18 degrees we got. Now for this light ray, let us say it is with somewhat 25 degrees. 25 degrees it is. Okay, now if I want to find the angle of deviation for this, yes, I have to extend its original path, right, like this. Then this original path, and finally it is going like this. So this will be the angle of deviation. And you can see here, practically also we can verify that this angle of deviation is opposite angles, right? Both are equal. So it is also 18 only. For this 25, I2 also 25 degrees. The angle of deviation is 18 degrees only. So which means what here? The assertion, when light passes through a triangular prism, it is observed that for two angles of incidence, the angle of deviation is same. Yes, assertion is right. Reason, according to the principle of reversibility, the light retraces the path in a reversing direction. Yes, it is happening, and because of this only, these two are correct. So here, assertion is right, reason also correct explanation. So hence it is option A. Hence it is option A. Come to the question number 3D children, third one here. It is purely based on the diagram. It's a ray diagram, children. So here let us follow the elimination method easily. So first option, if you can see, so it's a convex lens. We know that convex lens should converge, but in the diagram it is a diverge. So the option, whatever option A is given, wrong. Means I'm not saying this is wrong, this is right actually, but the option it is showing diverging action, wrong. So option A is eliminated. Now option D, you can see concave lens should diverge the light ray, but in the diagram it is converging. So option D also eliminated. Now why this option C is eliminated, children? Because so whenever, means it is called oblique incident ray, children. So in this case, image is formed, image means it's a point size image only, but image is formed at a point on a focal plane. So somewhere it has to form on the focal plane, but not at focus. But in the option C, it is showing that image is formed at a focus. So that is also wrong. So hence these three options are eliminated. Then by default option B is right, of course, because there also as the concave lens, it is not coming parallel to the principal axis. So after what we can say, when the light ray is getting diverged, when you extend back, yes, image is formed on the focal plane. That is the correct option. So sometimes, children, we need to follow the elimination method to get the accurate one. Okay, fine. And come to the question 4D, children. In a question 4 pulley systems are given. Here I want to tell one important point regarding block and tackle system. So whenever we think about the block and tackle system, especially for velocity ratio, yes, we know that velocity ratio is equal to the number of pulleys, but here conditions are applying. Where the effort is applied in a downward case only, the number of pulleys are equal to the velocity ratio. You may get one doubt, sir, what if effort is applied upward direction? If effort is applied upward direction, number of pulleys plus 1 you should add to get the velocity ratio. Okay, fine. So children, for the sake of my comfort, here 4 pulley systems are there, you can see on screen also. Okay, now for a pulley system here, it is a, what we can say, block and tackle. 2 pulleys are there, but don't come to the conclusion by saying that velocity ratio is 2. Velocity ratio is 3. Why? Effort is applied upward direction. So for this pulley system P here, velocity ratio is 3D, children. So now it's a Q. This is a single movable pulley. Velocity ratio is 2. And here it is a combination of single fixed pulley, single movable pulley. Its velocity ratio also 2 only. And here if you can see, children, for this velocity ratio, because 3 pulleys are there and effort is applied downward direction. So directly you can count the number of pulleys, that will be the velocity ratio. So which means what here? There are 2 systems with a velocity ratio 3 and there are 2 systems with a velocity ratio 2. So which option is right here? There are 2 pulley systems with velocity ratio 2. There are 2 pulleys, I think option D. Option D. Okay, fine. And before going to do the question number 5, children, you must know that this is a basic formula to find the moment of a force. So actually, children, strictly speaking, moment of a force depends on the magnitude of the force, perpendicular distance, and also angle between the R and F actually. So when theta is 90 degrees, then only tau will be maximum. So this is a hint for us to select the correct option. If you can see PQRS, children, here Option or option yes, I will eliminate. Why? The angle is not 90 degrees. Only 90 degrees only the moment of what we can say moment of force maximum. Then if you can see the option P, option Q decision. In that two cases, yes, force is making 90 degrees. Hence, moment, it might be a clockwise or anti-clockwise, leave it. That is, they didn't ask. They are asking just to find out in which case the moment of a force is maximum. So here P and Q, in these two cases only, theta is 90 degrees. Hence, moment of force is maximum. So which option is right, dear children? I think option C. Option C. Clear? Fine. Now, question number 6, dear children. This question number 6 is based on the factors affecting the center of gravity. Children, we all know that center of gravity depends on the mass distribution. Center of gravity is always situated towards a point where more mass is distributed. If a cone is completely filled, then center of gravity should be situated very near to the base. So this is the clue for us to identify the correct option. So in a given all cones, dear children, so let me talk about the sixth one. So if you can see, this is cone 6. The total height is 12 centimeters. Okay. So for a center of gravity here it is a 9 centimeters. But from the base, children, if you can see, this is 3 centimeters only. So compare with all. So option A, A1, in the case of A only, center of gravity is situated towards the base. So hence for question 6, option A is right. Clear? Fine. Now come to the question number 7. Hope you have copied this. Okay. So let me just go to the question number 7, children. So in the question number 7, first we should know this formula. W is equal to F S cos theta. Now they are asking us to calculate the actually theta. So for this given question, dear children, I will take only two values. This is displacement and here is a work. Of course, force value is given 10 newtons. So any two values you can take, children. So here is it is a straight line which we got. Okay. So for suppose if a work is 50 joules, the corresponding value you have to take. The corresponding displacement will be 10 centimeters. Now you substitute in this work formula. If work is 50 and force is given 10, displacement is 10 and here is a cos theta. So tens it is 5. Get this 10 this side. So here cos theta is equal to 5 by 10 which is equal to 1 by 2. For which angle of cos? It takes a 1 by 2, dear children, 60 degrees. So which is equal to cos 60 degrees. Hence theta is equal to 60 degrees. Children, you may get a wonder, sir, why you take 50, 10 only? Can't we take 100, 20? You can take any work value you can take, but corresponding displacement value you should take. Then in all cases you get this 60 degrees only. So the option is what, dear children? The force is acting at an angle 60 degrees with the displacement. Okay, fine. Now question number 8, dear children. So this purely about the efficiency. Children, we know that efficiency depends on friction. Depends on friction. If a friction is more, efficiency is less. If a friction is less, efficiency is more. So here how can we reduce the friction? By using a lubricants. So they are saying that initially when a lubricants are not applied, dear children, they are saying that here, so they use some terms, children. So here X they are saying as a effort, Y they are saying as a mechanical advantage, and Z they are saying as a efficiency. This what actually before applying the lubricants. So after lubricating the pulleys thoroughly, okay, so X dash is a effort, Y dash is a mechanical advantage and Z dash is a new efficiency. Now they are asking us to find the relation. Of course, it's a very clear that here. So we can, so after applying a lubricants, friction decreases, obviously efficiency increases. So I can say that here Z dash is greater than the Z, because new after applying lubricants, what is the efficiency which we obtain, that is more than that of the previous one. So Z dash is greater than Z. So here option C is correct. Is it clear? Okay. Now come to the question 9, dear children, and this is quite interesting. Question 9 is, so this purely based on the practical of what we can say, glass lab, refraction through a glass lab. Children here, so in that practical we get a different, for a different value of angle of incidence we'll get different value of angle of refraction. So for this we can calculate sin I value and we can calculate here sin R value, and according to Snell's law we know that the ratio of sin of angle of incidence to the sin of angle of refraction is a constant for a given pair of medias. Means for these two, if you can make a graph, dear children, here, so let us take it as a sin I and here the sin R. To have the constant, we must get a straight line. But if you can see the question, they are saying for a gloss block the I versus R graph is a straight line. No. Sin I versus sin R graph is a straight line. Sin I versus sin R graph is straight line, which means what? I versus R is not a straight line. So here assertion is a false. Okay, fine. Now reason. When a ray of light undergoes refraction, it follows Snell's law. Of course it follows. So assertion is wrong, that is a false, but the reason is true. So option it is D. Okay, fine. Now let us move to the question 10, children. Yeah, so this is purely about the electromagnetic spectrum. Here you should know this actually. So here gamma, X-ray, UV, visible, infrared, micro and radio. So this is increasing order of wavelength. So they are talking about the UV rays and microwaves, dear children. So the frequency, see, wavelength of microwave is greater than the wavelength of UV, but frequency is inversely right. So frequency of UV is greater than the frequency of microwave. They are talking about the frequency. So frequency of UV is greater than the frequency of microwave. So option C is right. Hope you are able to follow. Yes. Now question number 11, dear children. So here purely they are talking about the characteristic of sound actually. So purely they are talking about here loudness. If you can, they are focusing. So somehow it happened and they are saying that they are decreasing the volume. So volume means what? Loudness. So we know that, children, here loudness is proportional to the square of the amplitude. Means both, when you are decreasing the loudness, obviously amplitude also decreases. Amplitude is what here? For any wave, if you can see, so amplitude, this is nothing but the height of the wave, right? This is the amplitude. So as you are decreasing the volume, loudness decreases. Indirectly you are decreasing the what actually? Amplitude. So here what is indicating the amplitude? QR. So this is what actually? QR decreases. So here QR decreases. So which option here? Option C. The length QR becomes less. So option C is right. Next, question number 12. So it should be very, very important here. Statement A. So let us calculate the heat capacity of a substance. Children, we know that heat capacity is equal to Q by delta T. So this will be Q is how much? 120. Change in temperature is how much? 10. So this will be 12. So by seeing this, many students will come to conclusion by saying that statement A is right. But this is joule per degree Celsius. But if you can see, option is given joule per gram. So statement A is wrong. Statement A is wrong. You should be very, very, very careful. That's what we always ask the students should be very careful with the units. Okay, fine. Now statement B. So statement A is wrong. Why it is wrong? Option is given joule per gram, but actually it is joule per degree Celsius. Now statement B, they are talking about the specific heat capacity Q by M delta T. Q is given 120, mass is given 10, it is 10. So this will be 1.2 joule per gram degree Celsius. So or else you can even write 1.2 joule per gram Kelvin. Why here? Because the change in temperature is same in a degree Celsius and a Kelvin. So statement B is right. Statement A is false. Statement B is right. So both are right, both are only statement B is right. So option B. Option B. Okay, fine. Now here question number 13. Children, here we need to take some time to solve this. Okay, na? So hope it is copied. Yes. So I have seen now many students, so just they are seeing the numbers and something they are doing, and blindly they are selecting option A, option B. So this kind of questions will decide whether you are going to get 80 and 80 or not. So you should be very careful here. Look at here, children. So first let us write the data. Here they are talking about the gold. They are talking about the gold. So question number here is 13, gold and platinum. So for gold, the resistivity is given 2.1 into 10 power minus 8. Anyhow, its units are ohm meter, same only. So this is, let me write G, this is P, this will be 10.5 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter, okay. Now let us try to see the statement A first. Statement A. So what they are saying, so they are talking about the resistance, right? So we know the resistance formula, rho into L by A. Rho into L by A. So now let us take it as a so let us write it as a resistance for gold, resistivity of gold. Now resistance of platinum, let us write platinum into L by A. So we want to apply for both actually. Okay, now statement A. 5 meters of platinum wire will have the same resistance as 1 meter of gold. Mean they are saying that yes. So here, so Rg value is how much? This is 2.1 into 10 power minus 8 into. So 5 meters of platinum wire will have the same resistance as 1 meter of gold. So L is given 1 here. So area of cross section A only, means we have to consider that here area of cross section same in the first case, in the second case lengths are same. So for this they are talking about the, so 10.5 into 10 power minus 8, but here length is 5 meters by A. So they are saying these both must be same when the lengths are like this, means they are saying Rg equal to Rp. They are saying, is it right or wrong? We need to verify. Now let us equate these two. So these both must be equal, then only these two are equal, right? So according to this, 2.1 into 10 power minus 8 by A is equal to 10.5 into 10 power minus 8 into 5 by A. So A cancel, but this is 2.1, but this is 10.5 into 5 is there. Are these both same day, children? No, both are not equal. So both are not equal. So statement A is wrong. Now statement B, let us see here. Statement B. So in a statement B, what they're taking? Gold wire of 1 cent. They're talking about the radius here. Children, we know that here. A is equal to pi r square, right? So we are going to use this concept now. Now in the second case, length should remain constant. Now let us take for Rg is equal to, rho value is how much more? 2.1 into 10 power minus 8 into L by pi. R square, here R is equal to 1 centimeter. If you want, you can write, convert into meter per second, meters also, no problem. So 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Now it is 1 into 10 power minus 2 square. So whereas for platinum it is 10.5 into 10 power minus 8 into L by pi. Radius is how much? It's a 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeters means 5 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. So they are saying these two are right. Of course, statement B equal to that. So same they are saying, this resistance same. So means these two will be equal. Only when these two values must be equal, right? Let us see here. So 2.1 into 10 power minus 8 into length by pi into 10 power minus 4. Is it equal to 10.5 into 10 power minus 8 into length by pi into 25 into 10 power minus 4. So pi cancel, 10 power minus 8 L, 10 power minus 8 L. So this 10 power minus 4, 10 power minus 4. Get this 25 this side. So it is 2.1 into 25 is equal to 10.5. Is it equal, children? No, it is not equal. Hence, it is also not possible. Then what is the correct option here? Correct option is that here. Both are incorrect here. Option D. Option D is right. Both are incorrect. Children, here you should be very, very cool to understand this question especially. Okay, so out of all MCQ question, I feel that it is a bit toughest. It's not like just knowing the formula you can do it. No. So you should know how to apply. Especially in the first case, you should keep area of cross section constant. In the second case, length remains constant. It is not given, that we have to assume. Then only we can do it. Okay, fine. Now, question number 14, children. Can I erase this? Copied. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now let me erase this. CBQ questions. Yeah. Now, let us see the 14th question. So, a switch will serve the purpose of making and breaking the circuit when it is connected to the neutral wire. First of all, we should not connect the switch in a neutral wire. That's it. Okay, now it's connected. But here you may get a one doubt. Sir, though it is connected in a neutral wire, when you off that, circuit will be disconnected. When you on it, circuit will work. Yes, the statement is right. Here they are not talking about the precaution, children. Here, of course, basically you should not connect in a neutral wire. But still, if you can connect a neutral wire also, yes, it will do its function. As well, it will work. Okay, so here assertion is right. Reason, neutral wire is at a zero potential. Yes, right. But reason is not a correct explanation. So here both statements are right only, but reason is not the correct explanation. So option B. Option B. Now children, so question number 15, children. So here logically we need to think about this. So we need to find the polarity of these terminals so that they both should get attracted. So to attract means what? Opposite polarities must be induced. So let us say here south means here north. Then only both will get attracted. To have a south day, children, here current should be clockwise, right? So current should be clockwise. So this is how the current direction should be now. So it is to have this clockwise direction here, current is coming here, means somewhere it is coming. So here this point should be A, should be positive, this should be negative. Very simple. To have a north here, current should go in anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise, like this it has to enter. So then this should be positive. As it should be positive means what here? D should be negative. That's it. So which option is right here? So A is positive. So option A is right. Option A. Children, this we have to think logically. We have to think. Okay, fine. Now question number 16. Yes, this is the easiest question. So this question is based on the law of conservation of what we can mass number. Means during a nuclear reaction, the children, atomic number and mass number remains constant. Means before reaction, after reaction, they must be same. That is what we need to test. Okay, fine. So if you can see, first let us see option A. So option A, let us see it's right or wrong. Let us see here. So left side is a q minus 1. So for x it is q minus 1, and atomic number I am saying this is q minus 4 plus 4. So this will be q minus 1. Yes, atomic number is conserved. Then here is a p minus 5, and this side p minus 3 plus 2. So this will be p minus 1. So here LHS and RHS is equal, atomic number, but what we can, mass number is equal, atomic number is not equal. So this option is wrong. So A is wrong. Now next B. B, let us see mass number q minus 4 this side, and the right side it is q minus 4 plus 0. So this is q minus 4 only. Okay. Now mass number it is p minus 4 is the left side, LHS, RHS is p minus 5 minus 1. So this would be p minus 6. So p minus 4 can never be equal to p minus 6. So this option also wrong. Option B also wrong. So option A, B. So okay. Now let us see option C. Option C is LHS q minus 1 and RHS it is q minus 5 plus 4. So this is going to be a q minus 1. Yes, mass number is conserved, and it is P minus 5 is the left side and the right side is P minus 7 plus 2. Okay, so this is P minus 5. Yes, even here mass number is conserved, atomic number is conserved. So this is right only. So can we, of course, D option also let us check here. Don't come to the conclusion. Option D, if you can see. So Q minus 4 is LHS children. RHS will be Q minus 4. Some children will say Q minus 4 0. No, it is a 2 into is there. 2 into 0 is 0 only. So it is Q minus 4. Still, a mass number is conserved. And here is P minus 7. Right side it is P minus 5 minus 2. This is going to be a P minus 7. Yes, so this is also right. So here option C, D are right. C, D, T, D means option D. So in a given one, A, B are wrong and C. Children, purely here, don't think what sir you are doing all these things. Just I am checking left side atomic mass number, right side mass number. Left side atomic number, right side atomic number. That's it. Okay na? Fine. So according to that, option D is right, 16th one. And here 17th question. 17th question, dear children. Yes. So here L, M, N. Before that, children, I want to tell you one thing here. Frequency is inversely proportional to the length. Frequency is the inversely proportional length. So they are asking us to match the tuning fork with the given what we can say air column so as to produce a maximum loudness. Means there must be some resonance. Resonance means what? Frequency should match. Now let me tell you here for L, M, N. If you can see for L, length is less, so frequency is more. So I can say frequency of this is fine. M greater than N. On what base we are telling children? So based on the length here. Okay. So and what about P, Q or children here? See the air column. See the air column. It's very, very important. So the length of the air column is more than the R, least is Q. Least is Q. But frequency means what here? So frequency of Q is greater than the frequency of R is greater than the frequency of P. Now which one should match here? Yes, so L should match with the Q, M should match with the R, N should match with the P. So is there an option? L, Q, M, R, N, P. So option D. Option D is right. Clear? Fine. Now it comes to the 18th question, children. So this 18th question, logically we need to equal to mass into specific capacity. But here specific capacity is not given. So let us write here M into C can be written as Q by M delta T. M cancel. So we know this is a basic formula, right? It is Q by delta T. So but it is given that children same Q, same delta T, then whole should be same means this is constant, right? For 3 bodies it is a constant. Constant in the sense what? 1:1:1 only. Is it clear? Constant, that's it. Okay. So in this case especially mass is not at all required. Just to confuse only it is given. Okay. Yes. Now it is 19th question. Yeah, 19th also here it takes time to solve it. Yes, let us do it. So we know this formula, right, dear children. So resistance is equal to rho into L by A. But here in all 4 cases the diameter is given. You should be very careful here. So A is equal to pi R square. So hence the basic formula we can get R is equal to rho into L by pi R square. So here A, B, C, let us see. First case A I am talking here. So resistance is equal to rho into, children, as all are made up of the copper, so specific resistance, so-called resistivity is the same. Okay, don't get confused there. So let us substitute the values here. Rho into length is what? L only. Pi R square, children. Diameter is given. As the diameter is 2D, radius will be half of its value. So diameter is 2D means radius is D. So D square. So finally it's a resistance of A is equal to rho L by pi into d square. Okay. Now for B, let us see here, resistance of B is equal to, so rho into length is given 3L, okay, by pi. Diameter is d, radius is half of its value, that is d by 2 whole square, that is d square by 4. 4 will go to numerator. So hence resistance of B will be 12 into rho L by pi d square. Okay, fine. Now for C, let us see, resistance of C will be rho into length is a 2L by pi into diameter is a 2d, so radius will be d square. So here resistance of C will be 2 times of rho L by pi d square. Are you able to see more? Can I extend a little more? Okay. So now option D wala, here I am writing more. So resistance of D is equal to rho into length is L only by, so pi into, so diameter is d, radius will be half of its value, d by 2 whole square. So d square by 4, 4 will go to numerator, hence resistance of D will be 4 times of rho L by pi d square. Now children, if you can see, in all cases rho L by pi d square is common. Rho L by pi d square, rho L by pi d square, rho L by pi d square. Now you can see which value is more here, RB 12. So here RB is greater, next 4 times it is RD, next RC, next RA. So which option is right here? B. So B is greater than D. So it can be written like this also. A is less than C, is less than D, less than B, like this also. Let us think here. A, C, D, B, A, C, D, B, option B. Yes. Children, so this seems to be just MCQ question, but here, you know, each and every option is a numerical. Each and every option is a numerical. Of course, it's a good practice for you, right? Okay. So our target is not as MCQ question or 2-mark question, 4-mark question. Our target is a concept. Our target is a concept. Don't leave the concept, children. Don't be at the back of the just question and answer, question and answer. No, you need to understand that answer also. Then only you are able to do the, you know, any kind of question. Any kind of question you are able to solve it. Okay, fine. So, have you copied this? Can I erase? Can I? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, so seems to be MCQ question. Then you can see really if you can follow the concept, how much time it is taking. Okay. Yes. And some of you are thinking, sir, in spite of having this much experience, you are taking this much time. But we will, you know, how we'll do A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, tail and head method. We'll do it. We'll pick up. But don't do that actually. So it's not a just trial and error method, children. It's a board exam once in a life. Don't take a chance. So if it is like a UT or a term exam, you know, you may think, okay, if not now, in a next exam, we can think. But in a board exam, once in a lifetime it is. So this step should be the best. Try to understand, children. It is not for your parents, not for your teachers, not for your society. At least for you. At least for you. So officially you are going to get one certificate, you know. This officially you are going to get actually. And throughout your life, yes, this will be with you only. Whenever, wherever you can go for any competitive examination, they will talk about the class 10th hall ticket and class 10th marks. So it is not all about the marks also, even it's a confidence. Get the best mark, get the confidence. Whenever you are, next you are going to take a step into the 11th class. Yes, enter the 11th class with the best, what we can say, your best and with a confident. Okay, fine. So we have done with how many questions? You know, 19 questions are done. Let us see the question number 20, children. So it is purely about the Gol Gumbaz, at a dome, you know, in a some kind of construction, you know, the dome will be with this kind of structure, you know. Top it will be like this. This is called actual dome structure. Okay, na? So the person is standing at A, they said, this point B. So this is somewhere else. So this distance is X, distance Y according to that question. Now they are saying that, okay, speed of the sound is given 330 meter per second. And you know, we know that minimum time to hear the echo should be 0.1 second. Okay, now they are saying that the distance started with the sound waves. So x plus y should be less than 33 meter, less than 30. So the distance started with sound means x to y should be less than 33, they are saying. Of course there is no such a condition only, but let us see here. It's simple. Let us see, let us try to do this one actually. So v is equal to, you know, or we can say v is equal to d, so distance is equal to v into t, right? So this should be what is v is 330 into 0.1. This should be 33 meter. 33 meter is not less than 33 meter, right? It should not be less than 33 meter. Okay, na? So it should be minimum is this much. Minimum is this much actually. So whatever the statement A is given is false. And second one, the sound reflected within a 0.1 second is not heard by a human. Yes, it is right. So here assertion A is false, assertion R is true, false, true. So option D is right. Okay, fine. Next question 21. A magnetic compass is present on a small table very close to the wall in a room. So a man enters the room and switches on the air conditioner fitted near the ceiling. He observed that the needle in the compass shows immediate deflection. Of course, so here you should think that in air a kind of metallic coil will be there through which current is passing, hence there is a magnetic field around the AC. Obviously that has to disturb the magnetic needle which he is carrying. That is what the concept. So identify the most probable reason. Okay, so option A is substance A will option A is air blowing in the room will disturb the magnetic needle. No, because it is within the what we can say perfect what we can say some glass is covered with that, right? So air may not disturb it. So option A may not be right. Option B, current starts flowing through AC wire concealed in the adjacent wall. Yes, this should be the right, but let us check option C also. Vibrations are produced when the man start talking to his wife in the kitchen. So then it is not a talking, it is like might be an argument, you know, because they both are arguing, the sound waves are produced, those sound waves are coming and those vibrations are disturbing the magnetic needle. It means to say, okay, such a situation won't happen. Okay, so it's not a talking, it's a big loud argument might be. Of course, charges are not there. Option D. So if it is there also no one will tell, right? Okay. Option D. Vibrations were produced due to file in his hand that fell on the ground. Because the file fell on the ground got shaken. With that the vibrations are disturbing the compass. No, it's wrong. So the probable answer is option B. That wife wala, no need to think, don't think at all. Okay. So option B is right. 21 is option B. Now question 22. Two substances A and B have the same mass. Okay, let us take here. Question number 22. They said that mass of A equal to mass of B and have the same mass. Substance A has a higher specific heat capacity than the substance B. Higher specific heat capacity. So CA is greater than the CB. Okay. What consequences would you expect when these substances are subject to the same amount of heat energy? Same amount of heat energy. So we know that actually C is equal to Q by M delta T. So they said mass is same and Q is same, mass is same. So then C is inversely proportional delta T. So this is a clue for us, means C is more means either rise in temperature or fall in temperature is less. Now let us see the option. Substance A will experience smaller temperature change than substance B. The substance A will experience larger temperature. No. Okay, so option A is right, because specific capacity is more, then it will experience smaller temperature change than substance B. So option A is right. Okay, now question number 23. So a student traces the path of a ray of light through a glass prism for different angles of incidence. He analyzes each diagram and draws the following conclusions. Okay, so traces the path of a ray light through a glass prism at different angles. First one, on entering the prism, the light ray bends towards its base. Yes, see this is what actually right, dear children. So when light enters, okay now, so it has to bend towards the base. Finally also towards the base only. So first one is right. Second one, light ray suffers refraction at a point of incidence and at the point of emergence while passing through the prism. Yes, at a point of incidence, at a point of emergence, yes, it will, because there is change in the deviation. Light ray is getting deviated, so called refraction. Second one also right. Third one, an emergent ray bends at a certain angle to the direction of the incident ray. Of course, it will bend, right? So, an emergent ray bends at a certain angle to the direction of the incident ray. Direction of the incident ray is like this. It is bending right. Okay. Third option also right. Fourth one, while emerging from the prism at the second surface, the angle of refraction is less than the angle of incidence at the surface. So, they are saying, let us say, we are only right. So, it is not like that. Okay. So, option B is right. So, the option A is right. 1, 2, 3 are right. So, option A. Okay, fine. Next, question number 24. So, as per the question, yes. So, this is what actually, just imagine a situation, you take a plate which has a rim around it, and then you can take a marble, just go on like, just doing like this. So, that marble will be going around the plate along near the rim, right? Near the rim. So, this you need to assume to get the answer actually. So, let me tell you the question number 24, children. So, this is a plate. This is a plate. Means it is nothing but the circular motion. The marble is in circular motion. Try to understand. And its displacement is always along the tangent. Always along the tangent. So, which means what? For suppose here, here what we can say, if the block is here, it will try to go like this. If the block is here, for suppose, it will try to go like this. If a block is here, it will try to go like this. And one more place, if a block is here, try to go like this. So, 4 options are there. But according to the question, so Q, they are saying, so where that actually a marble should be there, so that finally it should go along a like this in a straight line path. Like this, in this direction it has to go. It is possible when it is here only. So, which option is actually here? The option C is right. Okay, it's purely based on what is a circular motion, or the body which is in a circular motion, it will try to go along a tangent. Its displacement will be always along the tangent. Okay, fine. Question number 25. Okay, so assertion is what? Sometimes the sky appears reddish in the evening. Okay, yes, it is true, because of red color will get scattered least, and a reason red being longer the wavelength scatter more than the other colors. Scattered least, right? So, here assertion A is right, but reason or is false. So, here option C. What do you think? What do you think? Just think, children. Is it right or wrong? Just let me have some water. Just meanwhile you can think. Correct? Yes. Don't get confused. Red color won't get scattered much. Scattered least actually. So, option C. Next, question 26 here. Question number 26. Assertion. When the displacement is 0, then the work is 0. So, if the work done is 0, then it is necessarily means the displacement is 0. No, it is not required. It is not required. For suppose, if you can take a circular motion, dear children. So, here is, let us say that centripetal force will be acting in this direction. Displacement will be like this, displacement. At any point, it is 90 degrees, right? For example, the body will come from here to here. Displacement is not 0. It has some displacement. Still here also the force and displacement both are 90 degrees. So, what I mean to say that here, if the work done is 0, then it is necessarily means the displacement is 0. No, it is wrong. Even though displacement is not 0, work done can be 0 when the circular motion, when the displacement is normal to the force applied. So, assertion is wrong. And the reason R is, so the work done is calculated by the W is equal to Fs cos theta. W is equal to Fs cos theta. Yes, it is right. So, here assertion is false, reason is true. So, option D is right. Option D is right. Now, which of the following statements are correct? The frequency of a stretched string. So, before going to just see this, here let us recall once again here. So the frequency of stretch string is inversely proportional to length and directly proportional to the tension, and even inversely proportional to the square root of, we can say, thickness also. It's question number 27. Now let us think the statements. Directly proportional to its length, inversely proportional. So here option A is wrong, over, eliminated. Option B, inversely proportional to its length but directly proportional to the tension of the wire. Not directly proportional, square root, right? Square root. So option B also wrong. C, directly proportional to the square root of its length. Square root of its length, no. Option C also wrong, over. Option D, inversely proportional to length, very good, but directly proportional to the square root of the tension of the wire. Yes, they are talking these two statements. Yes, so then option D is right. Okay, now here question number 28. A ray of light passes obliquely from an optically medium of refractive index 1.33 to another medium. So it is mu1 is 1.33, let us say, mu2 is 1.5. So the light ray is coming from here to here, which means what? This is rarer medium, it is a denser medium. So whenever light will enter from rarer to denser, it has to bend towards the normal. Okay, now look at here, while passing from the first medium to second medium, means rarer to denser, so the bends towards the normal. So bends towards the normal. So option A is right. Option A. Okay, now question number 29. So is it copied, ma? Can I erase? Yes. Yeah, question number 29. So here so much of information is given, let us make it a very simple. Children, it is surely that the particular person want his photo to be captured. Okay, na? What kind of lens is used? Convex lens. So in which case of the convex lens it is used as a camera lens? When the object is placed 2f, beyond 2f only. So we get actually a real, inverted and diminished image. This is a case of the camera lens, children. Camera lens. Now this 2f is nothing but what we can say, center of curvature, double the focal length, nothing but the center of curvature. Actually, children, this we should not use for lens. Generally we use this term for mirrors, but mathematically it is center of curvature. Mathematically center of curvature only. Now let us see the assertion A. So okay, something information is given, you can read that. Yes, so it is purposefully done so that as an object should stand beyond center of curvature of the camera lens, but not at infinity. Yes, correct only. So assertion is right. That is what actually beyond center of curvature. Or reason, the characteristics of the image formed are that it can be taken on a screen and also diminished image. Yes, it is right. And it is a reason also right, because we want to capture the image on the screen. For that only we adjusted the camera like this. So here option A, both are true and R is a correct explanation. 29 is A. Now come to the question 30. So rivers which originate from the glaciers at a high altitude have a supply of water throughout the year. This is because ice in high mountains does not melt at all at once. Because of what? Because ice has high specific latent heat of fusion. So option D. Children, what is its value? L is equal to 80 calorie per gram or 336 joule per gram or 336 into 10 power 3 joule per kg, or it can be written as 3.36 into 10 power 5 joule per kg. Children, any option can be given. Sometimes they may give a value and they may ask a question. So you should be thorough with all these values. Okay, fine. Question number 31. So this question number 31 is purely based on series combination. If three resistors R1, R2, R3 are connected in a series, R1 is greater than R2 is greater than R3, then what is the relation between the current? Children, no need to think too much. First, one of the important characteristics of the series combination is what? When can you say that resistors are in series? You can say that resistors are in series if same current is flowing. So Obviously current through first resistor, through second resistor, through third resistor must be same. So option A, here no need to think. So if the same amount of current is flowing through the resistors, then only we can say that those resistors are connected in series. Okay, so that is a fundamental point regarding the series combination. Okay, fine. Now question 32. So here they talk, children, this is actually a stationary wave. One important point I want to tell here. So for a stationary wave, for I think if I am not wrong, this distance will be lambda by 2. Try to understand this distance. Okay, so this point to lambda by 2, and here this is lambda by 2, this is lambda by 2, and here this is lambda by 2, here is lambda by 2, and here is lambda by 2. So this total is how much? 3 lambda by 2. This is lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2, lambda. This will be lambda by 2. But this total length is how much? L only, right? So in this all cases, it is equal to length only. It is equal to length only. So here it is named as a PQR. Let us the P lambda Q lambda R. Now let us write lambda P is equal to how much? Lambda P is equal to 2L by 3. Lambda Q is equal to L. Lambda R is equal to 2L. Let us take the ratio of PQR. Lambda P is to lambda Q is to lambda R is equal to, so L is a common, right? 2 by 3 is to 1 is to 2. Okay, now let us multiply with the 3D, children. Let us multiply with the 3. Multiply with the 3. Then what will happen? This will be 2 is to 3 is to 6. This would be the answer. 2 is to 3 is to 6. So option D. Option D. So this question is based on actually stationary wave concept. Okay. Now 33. So total how many questions are there? Oh, 35. Yeah. So we are almost coming to an end. So 32. Now here is 33 question. 33. So during the change of state of a substance from a solid to liquid, heat is absorbed by a body, but its temperature does not rise. Which of the following statement explain the phenomenon? So very clearly, temperature does not rise. Children, kinetic energy is proportional to temperature. So if temperature is not changing, there is no point in talking about the change in kinetic energy. Only potential energy changes. Okay. So option A, only kinetic energy is the molecule. So option A is wrong. There is no point in talking about the kinetic energy. Option B, only potential energy of the molecule increases, but kinetic energy remains same. Yes, option B is right. So during melting, potential energy increases. During freezing, potential energy decreases. As the temperature remains constant, kinetic energy remains constant. Okay. Now 34 it is. So assertion A, when current is passed through a wire, the magnetic field is generated around the wire. Yes, it is proved by Oersted, right only. Reason, whenever there is a change of a magnetic flux linked up with a coil, the induced current is generated in the coil. So there is a Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. So both are correct only, but reason is not a correct explanation. So here option B. Option B is right. And the last question, children, 35. So when I say last question, so many of you might be very happy. Thank God, video is going to be ending. Yes, this is just first part only. Second part we are going to discuss about the theory questions. Okay, fine. So which of the following combination correctly shows the charge on the particle? Children, they're talking about the proton, neutron, alpha. First of all, you should think like this. Proton is a positively charged. It's 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Next, they're talking about the, what we can say, electron. So for electron, it is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. For a neutron, it is 0. For alpha particle, it is twice the charge of the proton. So that is twice means for this twice 3.2 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Now look at here, which shows correct here? Proton. So option C. Of course, this is not at all given. You don't need to worry about. So proton is positive, electron is negative, alpha is plus 3.2 into 10 power minus 19. So option C, proton, electron, alpha. Proton, electron, alpha. So option C is right. Okay, children. So with this, yes. Oh, it's morning 1 o'clock. Night only, but according to the time, what we can say after 12 minutes, we can say morning, right? Yes, it is 12:58 a.m. 12:58 a.m. That's fine, dear children. So, of course, for us, it's quite natural taking a classes through the nights. Okay. So, because during night time, especially recording will be more easier. But today, you can see that a kind of nearby my neighbor's dog is there, continuously barking. I waited from 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, still it is not stopping. So then I cannot stop here because it is barking, right? Because it's very important. It's already too late to upload this actually. Okay, children, just go through this one. It's just part 1. So in the next part, we'll be try to cover the competence based questions, but theory questions we'll try to cover, so that this video is going to be very, very helpful just before your exam. That's what we are just trying to upload, because as a few days are left for your examination. So this video is going to be very, very helpful. Okay, children, and here one more request, as I mentioned in the beginning. So we already started one more new YouTube channel, Physics Plaza JEE and NEET. Of course, since 3 to 4 months, no videos uploaded in our 2 channels because due to the busy schedules with online classes. So yes, again, just we are back and we'll be uploading our videos in the present this channel and a new channel also. My humble request, please subscribe our new channel. Link is given in the description. So we need all your support. Okay, children, thank you so much. All the very best.